Hello, everybody, and welcome to our review of Ice Cube's Everythang's Corrupt album. My name is HSR.
My name is Chris Chrome.
And we are going to do our intro bit, which you can skip by checking in the description of the video to see when the review actually starts. On that note, for those of you who are new here, we are going to review Ice Cube's Everythang's Corrupt. We're going to go through it track by track. We're going to give you our thoughts, our opinions, and, share what we think. And, there's a good chance that you coming here may even be a bigger fan of Ice Cube, or you may know the album better or like him more, but the goal here is to, listen to it after it comes out. Every week we do new albums, and then just share what we think, so that we're kind of following what's popping off in, the current and the now. Anyhow, we encourage comments because y'all opinions are going to help us grow. You can share your thoughts, your corrections. If we make you feel a certain way, you can let us know. And to show you we're serious, last week I reviewed Ghostface's albums, the Ghost Files, both the Propane tape and the Bronze tape. And basically one was produced by Agala and the other one was produced by Bronze Nazareth, but it was basically the same songs, right, from the original File the Lost tape or something like Ghostface had put out earlier in the year. So we had the original version of this album, and then he gave it to two producers, I guess, Bronze Nazareth and Agala, and they had a little contest of some sort, I don't really know, where they both produced the album and put out their versions. So it's two separate remix albums.
Okay, so sonically they might not sound the same.
They don't
but the
sound the
lyrics
same.
In this,
the vocals, all the same featured people, all the songs, the first 10 or whatever, exactly the same, but each guy took it in new directions with the music, right? It's a cool idea. Anyway, so I did the review, and then I get a comment from this Angel Aguilar, whatever. Sorry if I said that wrong. My name is pronounced A-G, Allah, as in the Most High Merciful. Okay, sorry I said your name wrong, dude. However, I was like, damn, if that's it, if that's the actual dude, considering it's got 5 subscribers, cool. I really appreciate him coming to check it out. So check out his Twitter to see if he shared it or reposted or anything. But no, do you know what I found? This dude was kind of my version of a tape's better and only real people can respect that. Okay, dude. I checked out Bronze Nazareth. He's just showing love, just shouting out whatever. I was like, well, I like the Bronze Nazareth tape better. I don't imagine that Agala is going to like me that much. Whatever. That's fine. I don't really care that much. I just thought it was pretty funny because, I was flattered. And then I went and saw his Twitter, and I thought that was really funny. It's a bad look, dude. That's all I can say. That would be my feedback, because you evidently watched one of my reviews, so maybe you'll watch another one. However, it's a dialogue. We can all talk to each other. Anyway, so I love the conversational side of this, and I love learning about people. I love the fact that people involved in projects might actually fucking watch it. It still baffles us. So yeah, before we jump into it, a quick special thanks to the patrons: Ismail Gadamsi, Chris Prado, Super School 1994, and Lindell Williams, who he's gonna pick an album review for us to do soon. We'll talk a bit about that at the end. Chris, why don't you reintroduce the album we'll be talking about today?
Well, for this week's 105 Headspace episode, we chose Ice Cube's Everythang's Corrupt.
Why did we choose it? Because fucking Ice Cube. I mean, do we need another reason?
That's it.
So this is the part of the podcast where we like to contextualize how connected we are as fans to the artist or how much we know about them. I mean, this is not our first Ice Cube review. We've done Straight Outta Compton, the NWA project. We've done America's Most Wanted back in the early ones. Death Certificate's been requested a few times. It's coming. I myself have heard many of Ice Cube's hits throughout the eras. I can't say I've listened to many full projects before doing this review, but I like him. I really do. I think he's got this swag to him in the way that he presents his lyrics. Every line is like a one-liner that just stings with the power and tenacity, and sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. But honestly, he's an authentic person. And I mean, we don't need to talk about his cultural significance and all the frickin' things as an originator of the gangster rap style. We've done that in our other reviews. I just wanted to say that it's incredible to me that this dude is still dropping projects in 2018, and that's why we had to talk about it. What is Ice Cube bringing to the table today? That was my perception. It's mad curiosity. What about you?
I've always liked Ice Cube, and I think the reason why is because he was just everywhere during my childhood. He was in Disney movies.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, exactly. He was in movies that I was watching. He was all over, like, when I was hitting up the music scene, like, he was a big thing. He's a name that I've always heard and I've always just respected. So I just know who he is. Like, I feel like there's just this. I don't know a lot of his projects. I haven't done a lot of them. I was there for the America Kakaka's review and
You were there
NWA.
for the yes.
Right, but like on the other projects I haven't really done, but I've
We haven't
always
done
been
any other ones on my channel.
satisfied with what Ice Cube does. I've never.
He's a great fucking storyteller.
Great person, just in my perspective. Like I don't. He's always just like every interview I've heard, everything that I watch and stuff. He's just always been a real G about things.
Yo, did you guys know that they actually had a today was a good day, Goodyear blimp situation that went down because somebody worked it out on Reddit when today was a good day could have been in real life, even though Ice Cube denies it was a specific individual day. Somebody worked that out. Fun facts about Ice Cube. If you check out our channel, Bonnie did a whole video about that, so you should get informed if you don't know about that. She did a whole bit at the end, more detail than I will here. But yo, I love this album cover. I love this album title. I mean, you just see a fist clenching money, and it's blood pouring. It's like it doesn't need to be made clearer. It's blood money. Everythang's corrupt. The whole system, the whole everything. It's all about money, and money causes blood. And people in their pursuit of money are relentless and shit. And the whole political system, the whole everything, it's just fucking blood money. And I think it's going to be very clear just from looking at the title, the cover, what kind of a project this is going to be, and what has made Ice Cube want to drop this project. And it makes me, as a consumer of life in 2018, want to go, I kind of want to hear what Ice Cube has to say, because what is the West Coast gangsta rap perspective on all of this? And I don't know that anybody can drop it like Ice Cube from that group on the politics side of things. And so if I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments what I should be checking out, because I am a little ignorant. Don't get me wrong. I know King Crooked's out there, but it's like it's Ice Cube. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, why don't you? Maybe you don't know what I mean. Well, either way, Chris, why don't you talk now?
About what? Let's just start the album.
All right. You don't have anything to say about the cover or the any?
It's identical to what you said. The cover is very simple. It's something that you
It's beautiful.
may or may not remember just because of how simple it is. It's a hand with money clenched in it. There's blood over there. The everything is corrupt is kind of like in a really cool writing. But I think that it's more for the shock value of like just seeing the colors painted on together, seeing how they kind of flow together and whatnot, and just kind of getting that like that like feeling of we're about to get some information, some knowledge, maybe some formulas of how to maybe be better. Because I don't think this is a negative project in terms of like check out my hood, check out what I've been doing, like all the bad stuff. I think this is more like a journalistic perspective of what's happening in 2018 or what's
But I
been
mean,
happening.
that could be like that's Ice Cube's career. You know, that's
Right.
his whole career. I could
Right.
describe it that it's his journalistic perspective.
Yeah.
Like, this is me commentating. What I do is none of your fucking business. I make money. Everything else is my commentary. And I like that about him. Anyway, he's a super OG on this intro.
Everything's about a buck, we shit out of luck.
All right, Chris, how do you feel about how this album starts?
I like his energy in the intro. I like the seriousness on like how everything is fucked up and how you kind of get this sense that he's like not like not concerned, but more like I'm gonna find a way to fix this. More like I have the ways to show you guys in my songs that I'm gonna fix this. But I don't know. It didn't really do anything for me. Like, it was really just straightforward. Like, the world's fucked. I have something to say. Believe in me. And then we start the album.
Okay. I took it more like, first of all, it's got this big cinematic feel to it. Like, it comes in heavy. Like in like a suspense movie. Not necessarily like a fun movie. Everything's corrupt. Everything's fucked up. Everything's about a buck. We shit out of luck. Yeah. That is very simple. It isn't a complex idea. Money's fucking shit up or whatever. Everybody's priority is to make money. As a result, things are not okay. So, like, my explanation takes longer to say than the way Ice Cube put it. But that's almost to the point, right? Mm-hmm. Because there are a million convoluted narratives commentating on this subject, but not many that are simple and easy to digest. And I think that's what he's trying to do, is to make everything fucking clear as mud, which is a real expression. About what his point is. You know, blood used to be thicker than water. Now it depends on what kind of water you're talking about. That's interesting, right? So it used to be family and community mattered, and now the water is all about what community it surrounds, right? So if you're in Flint, Michigan, or a native community, good luck. But if you're in Montreal, your water's pretty tight. That's what I can tell you about our water. We're in a good situation with water. Not the best, but pretty good. We do pollute a lot in our St. Lawrence River, and it's very bad. We shouldn't do that. Now it depends on... Anyway, they'll kill their mama over that almighty dollar. Fuck, is that true? I mean, it just... If you talk to the right salespeople, you'll know what that's about. Yeah, you know me, super OG, always down to take a knee. Now, I took that as kind of like a solidarity with the Kaepernick position, and as a big player in the game, he's willing to do the equivalent of to take a knee or to fight back against the social injustices, which is absolutely true. I mean, in 1987, the year of my birth, he was dropping "fuck the police." So, I mean... He's very legitimate about that, and I respect and have admired that forever about Ice Cube, because he's inspired me to care more about things like that, you know? Like, hood mentality and shit like that was, like, some of my first encountering of any of this language or ideas, and he's a fucking smart guy. Either way, when I listened to all that, I feel like it communicated a lot. His position on things... He succinctly describes the problem he's going to address in great detail on this album. Everything's about money. And he didn't, you know, like, you're right, it is simple. But I think he did it in, like, this fly-ass way over this right kind of beat with the right kind of emotion, and it engaged me. And for 38 seconds, it made me want to play the project. Now, like I said on the review about the Triple X-Tentation thing, I'm not really going to listen to this a whole bunch, and I'll probably start this album on, like, track 2 most times. But I'm more inclined to want to listen to this because it feels like a piece of this album that introduces the next song, as opposed to just being like a random-ass intro. And part of it is its segue into the next song, which I felt was fucking flawless. Either way, I give the intro a 4.5 because he really is super OG.
I give it a 3.5.
Like a vault. That's why they're going to arrest the president.
Leave that boy alone, like Home Alone. Fuck a skull and bone, arrest the president.
Do you think Chris could host an episode by himself? Let us know in the comments if you want to see a solo Chris album review without me there, because it is at least 1 week I'm taking off. I'm trying to convince Chris to do it like that weekend. Anyway, what do you think of this song, Chris, to get in the spirit of talking?
Right off the bat, the beat's banging, and it felt kind of inspiring to kind of go back to the sound. It didn't sound anything 2018. It sounded something more old schoolish, but not like 90s or nothing like that. Like, I'm saying like 2008, 2009,
even earlier,
a little bit. So that's kind of how it's kind of like bringing back some old roots. So that was pretty cool.
No, I could still like it. Kind of feels like late 90s even. But like with really good sound engineering.
Well, I mean, I was born late 90s, so I didn't start listening to music till at least like...
You were born in the early 90s.
My brain didn't develop till like 2000. I don't really consider the like from 93 till 2000 to like... I don't remember anything from there.
It's from 93 till infinity. Anyway.
Exactly.
Go
on. It has this strong sense of like... directness to it. Clearly, he's bringing out a lot of the points that he has against Donald Trump. Clearly, and I like how he's using the chorus to kind of be like all the evidence is literally right there. Like all of the Twitter feeds, all of the videos, all of the interviews. Like he's kind of incriminating himself, and nobody's doing anything about it. I like when he went. People love to go the fast route. Yeah, I see you and your black ass. Get out, homie. You play too much. And when you get out, and it's like he's kind of acknowledging like everybody right now again is trying to make a quick dollar, is trying to make the money super quick, is trying to make sure that they all have their like stability as soon as possible, and they're willing to make any decision, go into any experience or any situation to get it possible. And he's over here kind of preaching like, you should work for it instead of taking a fast lane, I feel. And I like that kind of like mentality that he's trying to show, like, as much as he has so much, like, what's the word? Residuals?
What?
Is that it? No, that's not the word.
What are you trying to say?
If he, even though he's got so much, I guess I'll go with wealth and so much, like, just a high level of stature. It's cool to see him kind of be like, take your time with it and not have to rush.
Okay.
That's kind of what I took from that line. I like that. Over the whole aspect of just the attacking the president, I don't know. I didn't really care that much. I understand it, and I get that he's giving his points, but just for me, I was like, I don't care. So that's my fault. But I did give the song a 4 on 5. I think it was actually very heavy driven in terms of energy, so that was cool.
I mean, I can kind of understand you not caring, but I don't understand how anybody doesn't care about this shit in 2018 with the way the world is looking right now. It's kind of like everyone has to care. And that's almost the point, right? You might be sitting there going, oh, I don't care. Yo, I want to check out that new cube. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. You got the evidence. I mean, it does not get simpler than that. Now, I mean, a lot of people say they have the evidence, and I mean, there might be evidence, but you got to understand how concrete, lockdown, bulletproof this case has to be if you really want to arrest the president. Mr. Mueller should do what he's doing, and, well, I imagine that it's not the simplest task he's been assigned with, so I get it. It's nice to throw it out there and to protest it, but, well, Trump's there. On the other hand, I fucking love what Ice Cube's doing because, yeah, man, more people, like, if you really feel that way, should be, like, passionate enough to be crying out, arrest the president. It is a matter of, it is on par with fuck the police. It's up there saying, like, look, we got to stand for what I believe in. And he starts the verse off kind of showing how good he is and whatnot. One of my favorite lines is, always looking out for the crisscross. I'm a bigger boss than Rick Ross. Always winning, get lost. It's the warlord, bring the voodoo. You know, I really enjoyed it. Like, every line is delivered, like, as a standalone line in the way his flow is. Like, smoke, kush, and bush, then we peel off. You know, like, that's it. Then there's the next line that comes in, and I really enjoy it because it makes everything come in so hard-hitting, and it makes every lyric feel powerful in and of its own right. But at the same time, as much as he's so hard-hitting, some of the shit comes off a little bit corny to me. Like, Home Alone, yeah, fuck a skull and bone. I'm like, okay, a little corny. But not bad. Like, it's all still good. I do like how he's like, arrest the president. You got the evidence that is Russian intelligence. When it rains, it pours. Did you know the new white was orange? I mean, it's very clear what he's talking about. And considering Trump's history, it's a pretty fair claim. And if nothing else, it should give you something to go Google and to go look into because there is something there, especially whatever. So, I mean, it's pretty apt. He's coming in powerfully. I did have a little bit of a problem with you're so basic with your vape stick. Let's go apeshit in the Matrix. Because of this little motherfucker here, I've been tobacco-free since February. And we're now December. I'm sorry. I've had about 19 cigarettes between now and then in total. But right, because of my little vape stick, motherfucker, it has nothing to do with my political inclination or my ability to, you know, get lost in cyberspace or whatever. I don't know what you're going for. Just saying, not all vaping is bad. Stop hating on vaping. It has nothing to do with Trump and arresting the president. Anyway, I like the second verse. I really, really like, I turn a fruit into vegetable. I'm going to roll with the aliens, man. Fuck these Homo sapiens. Because they're showing sympathy to, like, the aliens or the people who are immigrating. No, the immigrants. Right. The literal definition of alien has to do with coming from a foreign land. Mm-hmm. And yeah, fuck these Homo sapiens, just the people around there. And then, you know, it kind of goes into...
The wordplay is intense.
All they want is the dividends and decibels. Fuck these citizens. They'll treat us like hooligans, throw them in. They don't care what school you're in. These people don't play fair. It ain't even fair at the state fair. And it's like, again, he's going so strong and he's going so hard. And it's like, when the fuck was the state fair fair? Like, come on. Like, what that was just like you fitting rhymes in a little bit in the middle. And I don't mean to come off critical or negative. I genuinely fucking love this song. But he has so many dad joke gangster moments is what I'm going to call them. They're basically the dad joke equivalent of hard bars. Then he says them so sincerely that I think he means to be hard in every bar. But like, it ain't even fair at the state fair. That sounds like an old man complaining about not being able to win his kid like a carnival prize more than it sounds like a political something. I mean, he's right, but it's never been fair at the state fair. It's part of all of it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Either way, I fucking dig this track a lot. It is exactly what you want to follow up that kind of an introduction. It follows suit. It's politically charged. The beat is just straight up. You can picture the cars bouncing down the street listening to it. It makes you just want to bounce. It's really, this whole album makes you want to dance, okay? Like we have to jump. It somehow makes you want to lean on the wall with a lady in front of you. It makes you want to do some sea walking shit even if you're really bad at it. It makes you want to just, vibe in so many cool ways from a music front. I really like this. It's a 4.5 on 5, but I'm going to call it the corniness because it really made me laugh today at multiple parts on this album as we went through while still loving the feel of it.
Nice.
Anyway, why don't we chase down the bully?
Another planet knows the Serengeti. More than the African, I am planetary.
Fuck, I completely forgot on the last song to talk about the beat even more detail. Because as much as we said it was thumping, it did some cool shit where like every 4 bars it would evolve in some way, which maybe guys like Ice Cube made me love that type of shit. But where like would strip down to like just the piano chord, or it would lace in just like a pulsating bass to like fill it out. And it would just kind of feel more of a fluid live experience. And this beat for Chase Down the Bully does the exact same thing. It feels dynamic, it feels alive, and I think it really adds to it because whereas in a lot of stuff you have a hype beat and the rapper does a bunch of flows, it's more like Ice Cube's got the Ice Cube flow and the fucking beat is gonna move for Ice Cube to like fill out the song that way because he's got a message to deliver.
But I feel like that's also part of like the producer and like the production of everything. Like there's the ability to be able to just like rap and do your tricky flow stuff, but if you're able to flow with the beat and like follow it and cut your words and slant this and slant that and all that stuff, like it gives you a different edge.
Well, it's a style thing. Like style is an interesting word. It's like your deliberate preference. You might be fashionable and stylish because of whatever, but you could be fashionable and not stylish, and you can be not fashionable and stylish. Google definitions. It's fucking dope to mess with language. What do you think about this song?
I think it has the same energy that the last track had, which is very consistent. I like that. From what I understand, there's like a rally that's kind of going on.
Dude, it's a specific rally. It's
right,
the fucking Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville with the whole fucking car got clipped.
That's the only reason why I know the Charlottesville is because of the tragedy, not because of the actual Unite.
I'm pretty sure like you can hear in the background actual footage of that rally, and Ice Cube is commenting on top of that in the intro.
Didn't catch that. But I do think I'm lacking more depth on this song as well. Like because from what I'm understanding, it sounds like he's kind of going at Trump again, like as in Trump is the bully, which I understand.
It's okay. So it's more than just Trump, right? I mean, it's like you got to understand what's going on. There's like a lot of dudes right now on the right wing, and it's dudes. It's these white guys. The neo-Nazi types, the right-wing fascist types, the ones who are really driving it home. It's a specific group of people, right? And they're bullies, in a sense. And so I feel like this is kind of the anti-fascist song on Ice Cube's thing. It is, he's calling Trump a fascist in it, but it's basically Ice Cube's anti-fascism movement.
So like Ice Cube, in a sense, is like protesting against whatever actions this group is doing or whatnot.
Yeah. So like the fact that we can live in a world that would be like so openly racist in that way with their tiki torches and all that shit. And if you don't know about this, it's disappointing, and you got to go fucking learn about this shit because it's actually happening in like fucking now, right? It's relevant and new issues, okay? That's why it's important. So, and he comes in and, again, he comes in strong. Like, you just spent your Fetty on a motherfucking Chevy. I'm buying something heavy. Turn that ass into spaghetti. I mean, it's fine. From another planet. No, it's not the Serengeti. More than an African arm. Planetary. I like that. I like how he's establishing himself as almost like a global force of what he's representing. Bitches think the commentary is military. I kill you and I will bury you with this steel that I carry. Now, if he a fascist, I'ma bash his head in. Cock it back, boy, and put the lead in. All you evil forces with your tiki torches, shove them up your ass, freaky intercourses, right? So what I feel here is he's just kind of taking his aggression towards the situation and showing, I am this OG gangster type, This is what I preach, bruh. And we got to arm ourselves. And if this guy is a fascist preaching that kind of nonsense, fuck it. He's worth taking a bullet. You may or may not agree with Ice Cube, but he's putting his foot down and he's coming in with that. And then we gonna chase down the bully, hit his ass with the fully. We chase down the bully, hit his ass with the fully. Then we gonna string his ass up by his nuts with the pulley. I mean, it's fine. It's really just like a rally song. You can just picture him, and then call back, right?
That fits with like the unity and the whole imagery and the concept of like this rally that was happening. Or
no, that's just how the song will be performed live at a show.
I know, but it's cool to think that like it's for me, like the way I'm seeing it is like it's cool how he's also in the chorus like starting a riot, not a riot, but like a rally, a chant, a whole like type of like wave, and he's commenting on a wave in a sense.
It's different though. He's like protesting, right? And yeah,
Right.
it is about it. But he's He's like it's because there is like if you go look up Antifa and the anti-fascist movements and shit, he's kind of going in that direction where he feels that this shit's intolerable and he's coming at it almost militantly with his message in a very passionate way. But he's not being stupid about it. Like fuck a Trump supporter talking about law and order, but all you want to do is fuck up reporters, build it down while them fuck up the borders. Hate to see a motherfucking with a quarter. Hate to see it with your ugly ass daughter. And he's pointing at the racism and the fucking bullshit that these people are actually fucking talking about. Again, this is not like the past. He's commentating on the now, Have you forgotten? Have you picking cotton? Better get the socket. And if you think Ice Cube give a shit about the statues, cover them in pigeon shit. Again, man, you're going so strong. And then, I don't care about your fucking statues. Fair, Charlottesville, that's what caused it all. We'll just cover it in pigeon shit. That's what I want to have happen. The birds will poop on it. It's like your gangster points in terms of harshness. Like,
but it's funny. I find it funny because it's real.
I know.
Because like pigeons generally.
I know. But it comes off like such a dad joke at the end of the day when I listen to it compared
but like,
to
if
the
you think
previous
about
bars.
it, he's a dad.
That's fine.
Like, I mean,
I'm saying
like,
it's funny.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I'm saying. I find it hilarious, but like impactful in a good way. I don't know. On my way home, talking on my iPhone, motherfuckers tried to kill me with a fucking drone. They think I'm Al Capone with a natural clone. You just clone me of the original chromosome. Me, I'm just a student of the Pterodome, combat hip hop, and going through the last 30 years of like pushing against the racist antics and the various, like, I mean, I believe Public Enemy is where the Pterodome's from. Anyway, I really dig this track. It's pretty solid. It's pretty upbeat. I give it a 4.25. It's like a less good version of Arrest the President, but it's still fun and really enjoyable to me.
I enjoyed how, like, again, that consistent energy that he's bringing here, and he's trying to drive home the point. I like how he's also kind of like referring to certain situations that he wants to have changed, like building the wall. That was super cool when he brought that up, because he's like, how can y'all have an opinion when this is what you're trying to do? Like, you're not even looking at like the openness, or like you're not even being open-minded about certain aspects of that. So that's something I took away. I really like a lot of the production of the songs, more than I think I like the actual like some of the topics of the tracks. So I'm really glad that these beats they're really, really good.
I can completely see how, if you're not up to date at all with what's going on in the U.S., that this might go over your head a bit. But it's pretty apt reporting on like what's actually going on, and it's fair commentary.
Please don't let my ignorance make it sound like it's not good. Like, just
what Chris needs to do is go learn. Anyway,
I did give it as well a 4.2.
So yeah, why don't you not bring him no bag, Chris?
Bring me no bag. I want an envelope. Ain't no disrespect.
I love how, like, in this song, first of all, it starts off with like a scene from Don't Be a Menace where a white dude shows up to buy
Menace
drugs.
to Society, you mean?
That's what I meant to say. Don't Be a Menace is the parody one. Y'all probably seen both.
I've seen them.
But yeah, and it's just that scene there, and it's kind of funny, and it kind of introduces it. But then he just transitions into how he's not a drug dealer selling dope. He wants envelopes, like a classier way to get his money. He's not into the bag that we're all talking about, you know?
But I feel like it's also like he's kind of keeping that real G's move in silence. Like a lot about like I'm getting the bag. I feel is like the IG thing. Like you have to show your bag of money and shit like that.
You can have a stack of cash like that in your hand, that's cool, but I could have one check with more money. I mean, really, an envelope is a cooler thing, all things considered. Because, you ever try to walk around with a lot of money in your wallet? It's inconvenient. I mean, certainly it's fun, but you know what's funner? A fucking credit card that you can have a high fucking balance on. And shopping online is just so much more fun. I'm pretty sure that whatever girl you trying to get is going to be just as excited about going to Gucci.com as she would be going to Gucci store. It's a theory, but
she'd probably be happier at the Gucci.com. She gets limited edition.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just throwing it out there as alternatives. But either way,
space dating tips.
So I want an envelope. That's what I picture. He wants checks. He wants legitimate, high value cash. Anyway, and then I like how it's not really one take, right? Like, you know how sometimes it's about one take, and you can tell that the whole verse is fluid. No, this is like punching in and out all over, and he's just about creating this effect. And the way he's doing it, it's so like, ain't no disrespect. Well, maybe it is. And it's like this softer voice that he's putting on. Mm-hmm. And it's such a juxtaposition from the harshness, because I guess he knows that this track is targeting trap rappers in general. And that sect of hip hop, because I guess from him, he's like gangster before this sect of gangsterism even rose up. So, and he's coming from the we smoke weed days, not the we do hard drugs and move shit. Anyway, so ain't no disrespect. Well, maybe it is. Ain't no trapping here. Well, now look here, bitch. Ain't no Oxycontin, no coke or no thiz. Have you forgotten who the fuck it is? You know? And then he's just kind of pointing out that trap or die, that's a lie. Fry or testify. I mean, right away, he's like, I come from this era, right? Trap or die, and that's a ridiculous concept is what he's putting out. He's saying this is what actually happens is you fry or you snitch. Okay, that's all that's going to go on. So Superfly gets super high, jigaboo, I don't know if I can say that. If I can't, sorry. Tight shit, supersize, do shit and justify. You can do shit and get euthanized. I could do shit that's no surprise. Serve your ass 2-piece and fries. And I think he's just trying to point out that everyone's talking about all the things they can do, but if you're so fucked up and you're so fucking out of it and you're so acting that way, then a real OG, like a guy like Ice Cube who's been around the block, looks at you like fucking candy and he can just chop you up and do what the fuck he wants, you know?
Well, that's why I think he goes in one of his lines when he was like, I'm a killer dope dealer, I'm a douse a trap house, who let the dogs out? It really just kind of shows that he doesn't even want to be part of that type of era. He kind of he's bossing. He'll take over your trap house.
It's even more than that. This shit for my auntie, she smoked your shit daily, and this will make you crumble. Yeah, just like it did my uncle, and this will make you meet your maker, understand he's the baker. So he goes in this context of establishing he's not at all related to this, and then he starts to go in on how, in fact, what you guys are promoting and doing has personally harmed me, and it makes me want to lash out and take you guys out, and you guys are so bait about it. And it's almost like there's almost nothing OG in the way they present their shit from Ice Cube's perspective. And I don't think this is about the musical style. If they were going blunts, 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 blunt, I bet he would not be talking like this. Right. It's the feeling I'm getting. Whereas it's more about the fact that they're promoting selling crack, and that he has watched the destruction of crack in neighborhoods in a way that maybe they didn't, because he was around back in the 80s, and a lot of these guys were only being born at that point.
Could we say that he might have a problem with the glorification of certain things?
I think he has a very big issue with the glorification of trapping. That would be, in a sense. But again, it ties into that central theme of it's money above all else. These people are trapping to get bags, big amounts of cash money and shit, whatever, whereas he's getting checks, legitimate sources of income in his life.
Again, I do, and again, I like how trapping, as much as it's an art or a skill or whatever, is still kind of like the quick lane. It's the quicker you flip the bag, the quicker you do this.
I don't want to even go in on that. I think it really just comes down to the destructiveness. Because if you can find a hustle that doesn't hurt people, it could be quick as fuck, dog. I mean, the SEO marketing guys and content people, there's a lot of ways to make a buck that don't necessarily harm people in the context, whereas a guy like Ice Cube, who was a teen in the 80s looking at how crack invaded the neighborhood and fucked shit up, might feel a certain way. So, I mean, yeah, sure, the slow and steady wins the race argument's possible, but that just takes out that's too big of a conversation to fit into it. I think he just doesn't like the glorification of selling that shit because of the impact it's had and that it isn't a reality that he feels is real versus what he represents, and he's just putting his like thing in. But it does, I think it also fits into his take on money over everything and how people put it like that. And I appreciate the position he puts out because it isn't shitting on the quality of these people's music. It really is about the subject matter and what they're saying and the life they sell, and that is interesting about it. Anyway,
I enjoyed the chorus. I like how he
go on.
I liked how he kind of had a softer tone to it. Like the verses, he's got that like Ice Cube kind of, even when he's nice or like when he's trying to be like soft, he still has that like aggressive feel. But on this chorus, it was like he was more kind of nonchalant boss about it. Like, I don't need no bag. Give me my check. Like, this is business. Like, why are we having this conversation? Like, let's go. We got time to move. So I really enjoyed that kind of like vocal change. That was really cool. A different little bit of a diversity. Overall, I think the song is really cool in terms of how to like look at getting money, how to, instead of, again, chasing that bag and trying to always be Mr. Poppin', you can always still make that same money, but you don't have to really show it.
Fair enough. I dig it, though. I give it a 4.75. So far, this is the best song I've heard on the project. I love the tone shift and how potent it really comes off.
I gave it a 4.3.
All right, moving on the subject of drugs, we should discuss bad dope. Laced dope is a bad trip.
Living at the park, crackheads are blackheads, meth heads are left dead, bitches are...
So I feel like there's some couplets and shit going on this. So arrest the president, don't chase down the bully. So first the president and then his supporters. Don't bring me no bag, an attack on, like, let's say, the quality of the content of trappers per se. And now we have bad dope, and this is more Ice Cube's assault on, let's say, this type of environment, you know, and he's following it suit. He's like a bad drug. He's going to fuck you up. And then I feel like he's kind of attacking fake folk and drug heads, like crackheads and blackheads, meth heads or left heads, bitches on the bad dope, heard they get the best head, oh shit, bad trip, battery acid, now you looking old as fuck, face made of plastic. So evidently he's still continuing this tirade against crack use and the harsher shit, and kind of pointing out that his message or the essence of who he is like a bad drug in terms of how hard it's gonna hit, like antifreeze and you're fucking laced up in your veins and shit, like, you know. And I feel like it's not necessarily as enjoyable as the last one per se, but it's also completely different. Like, we got parts like at that third verse where we haven't seen it yet on the album. Grip it, hit it, vomit, shit it, smoke it, choke it, bitch, poke it, dirty needle, mosquito, I can fly like a beetle. These little short snippetville verses packing like double punches compared to the single punches we were getting before. And I feel like, I don't know, like he's coming in and just following suit. I don't have a lot to really comment on this track. I feel like it's hard hitting. It's got, again, an anthemic feel on the beat with the constant chords and the way that they are. The chorus is a bit much, gets a little repetitive per se, but the verses are really, really strong, and I really enjoyed listening to them. Considering there's other songs I feel more to talk about, I'd rather just save it for that. But I gave this song a 4.3. Like this album so far has a consistency to it that makes me want to just almost listen to it in full, and that would be a very fun experience. But as far as standout ones go, this one would be kind of more of a middle ground rank on this project for me, as opposed to like Don't Bring Me No Bag, which I would say is more like a standout. Anyway, still, it feels like they're coupled together.
Nice. First off, when I heard the beat, I felt like I was like, again, this beat sounds really dated. It has like this like Soldier Boyish feel to me. It's got this like Young Jeezy, My President is Black type instrumental feel to me. Like, it just seemed super, like, it just, like, the sound of it just sounded old, and I wasn't really into that. I was like, okay, it's not that bad, but it's not like for me. I like how he's addressing like bad dope and he's making wordplay on that in terms of how he's like infecting people with his music and his message, whether it's like the good or the bad, whether he's like you're taking it from like learn and grow and don't do drugs or whatever, or you take like other messages he might say in terms of what he may have done or the environment he comes from and you start, running those type of movements or stuff. So I like how he kind of addresses that. I like how he kind of thinks of himself as this type of narcotic when he makes his music. So that was really cool. I do like how he's also addressing that a lot of the drugs nowadays are also super bad and like you shouldn't mess with chemicals and shit like that. So that's also something that was really cool. But I didn't really feel that like energy in this song. I didn't really feel like he gave me what he was giving me before. I felt like, I don't know, I just didn't get into it. I left it with a 3.7 on 5 because I do value the verses that he did and I do value the message he's trying to spit through the track. So that was great. Like I said, the beat's not super, super bumping to me, but it's still good. I don't know.
All right, why don't we move on to the next one, which is On Them Pills.
Use a drugstore cowboy.
So he really doesn't like pills, man. He's really against drugs. That's what I'm getting feeling up because he's a smoker. Why? Because weed's better. Now, I agree with him, but it's not a great answer. This song is fine in terms of its lyrical content. It is really just a blunt attack on drugs. Like, use a drugstore cowboy. Everything you put in your mouth look like an Altoid. Crazy ass. Love a bitch named Molly. Passed out on the floor. Go and get a dolly. I saw your boy in the street butt naked. Warming up and down 122nd. It's like, okay. I sees a bunch of high people out there doing some crazy shit, doing some stupid drugs, and probably fucking up their lives a little bit, and that's fine. I feel like, though, he is going pretty hard. Like, I've done some Molly in my life. In the right context, it's the best sex you're ever going to fucking have. I'm just throwing it out there.
But I think that there's a level of, like substance abuse.
Now, that is a fair criticism. That's not what I'm feeling. It almost feels more of, like, an absolute... like, don't do it because drugs are bad, like a fucking 1980s fucking don't do drugs poster.
I don't know, because I also think about it, I'm like, he's also a father. I could also see him like worrying for his kids and shit. So I feel like coming from like understanding, or at least from my understanding, this is who he is. I understand why he's hating on drugs. Right. So, but I think that if the conversation was more about substance abuse and actual like not moderation and not understanding what this can do, it would be a little
honestly, it's them on them pills, them bitches on them pills, popping shit is why they can't pay their bills. They be sweating, they need kills, fuck that chronic smoke, they want them chemicals. I mean, basically what Ice Cube is saying here is they're not doing the same drugs that I feel are safe. They're doing drugs I feel are not safe, so fuck them. They want more extreme shit than the safe shit we did. Now, he's right, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the approach sucks. That's in terms of the logic. Like, I don't know. And then he has this fucking dandy of a line with a snoring you don't even know and his half cousin and his little bro. Okay. Damn, are you a hoe from Idaho? Are you a hoe from Idaho? That is the least creative fucking line on this album. It's not even funny or anything. It's just like, girl, wake up, get horny, fuck a bunch of guys. You're a hoe from Idaho. Like, come on.
But it's not. That's how I took it. I felt like he was implying like you can get raped. You could, like,
you know what?
It didn't sound like.
I don't give a shit what the line means. The line is actually, damn, are you a hoe from Idaho?
I know that's what the line is, and you can be mad at that. I just want to give my 2 piece on it because I feel like the way he says it, it's like, hey, girl, hey, baby, you feeling horny? Pop 2 of these. Suddenly wake up next to your man snoring and his cousins and his little bro. So it sounds like he's trying to explain, like, you think it's fun if you're like in a mood and somebody's like, yo, take this. But next thing you're
absolutely right.
You know,
but I got really distracted by that one lyric because it's just what it is. Hell yeah, especially off that chemical. So you are a hoe from Idaho if you do pills, is what his point is. Then fucking drugs will take you to that pinnacle, drop you in the snow with it 10 below. I mean, we just have a different position on drugs. I personally don't do a lot of that shit. I've dabbled in some of it when I was younger. But I feel like people should be allowed to dabble in whatever shit they want. That's the kind of position I'm in on that. I agree that because like if you listen to the skits coming in, it's like these YouTube clips of like motherfuckers ripped on drugs, acting a certain way in public and behaving incorrectly. And what I mean by that is like you're so fucking blitzed on a bunch of meth or something that you can't even walk down the street proper. Well, then you're publicly intoxicated, and most places have laws against that, and it's silly to embarrass yourself like that in public. On the other hand, if you lock yourself in a hotel room and do a bunch of drugs and you don't wreck it and you walk out and everything's fine the next day, go right a fucking head is my thoughts on it. It's a matter of just context. So I'm not sure how I feel about like his kind of attack on chemicals. Like he's kind of right though. Like Viagra mixed with ecstasy is the reason for your latest pregnancy. Sure, but it seems like you're criticizing the masses for the actions of the irresponsible on this one a little bit. You sound a little bit more like a dad who does out of date than somebody who really understands the criticisms they're trying to make here, you know? I don't know. And then you got the crazy person that they're putting like, my name is Jesus Christ. I just discovered it to Deme Mas Gasolina or whatever. It's just like, I mean, I get the point I'm trying to make. I have a little bit more trouble getting behind this song. I give it a 4.25 because the song itself is pretty fucking good. The message he's putting out is a little bit questionable in my opinion. Like, it's just a little weird. Anyway, it's cool. You can have a don't do drugs stance. I'm fine with that. Anyway, what did you think of it in terms of grade?
I like the line where he goes, "You the Joker off that Heath Ledger. I'm a smoker because weed's better." And I know you said that, but I like how I like how he's bringing that whole Heath Ledger conversation back because that's something I do remember, and like he kind of went crazy, which again he's kind of reinforcing his standpoint on like
he went crazy. He's got addicted to sleeping pills and he died because he took too many sleeping pills.
Oh, I was under the impression he was doing that because he thought he was like the actual, like he got into the role and everything.
He got into the role very far, and then he let it get to himself, and it was kind of, he couldn't sleep anymore, so he was popping a bunch of sleeping pills, and he died.
So I get like where Ice Cube's going with his whole like against pill thing, and I'm also on that fence a little bit too, where I'm like, look, if you're gonna do it in moderation, I guess I don't care, like if you're safe about it or whatnot. But then I feel like I think that what he was trying to do was talk about substance abuse, and then he ended up just shitting on people doing chemicals. And that's literally it.
I'm like, even to that end, like I bet the weed that we're smoking in 2018 is like ridiculously potent compared to the weed of the 80s and shit by comparison. You know, it's not even like the weed can be called safe in the way that it's being produced at, like, it's super weed, all things considered. Mm-hmm. So it's like there's not even a lot of evidence to talk about what the long-term effects of super weed are on the brain. We know what the long-term effects of 80s, 90s weed on the brain is per se, but anyway, go on.
Fair enough. I mean, overall, I do think that it's an okay song. I like the energy through that. He had more of like this pepped up energy, ready to kind of say something. I like how he used chemic kills, and he switched the AL to like a KILL, which was kind of cool wordplay with that. Like he's trying to state that chemicals kill people, so that was awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna also go with the whole you kind of sound like a father more than like a journalistic perspective. Like it's still your perspective, and that's fine. But you sound more like a father than the Ice Cube, I guess.
It's not even that it sounds like a father. It sounds like he doesn't understand drug use, addiction, or anything. It sounds like a guy who's just casting stones, whereas everything else he's put so far sounded like he really understood what the fuck he was talking about. And then he lost me a little bit on this one, on that one part of it. Not that the song was of a lesser quality. Want to move on to the next one?
We can do it.
It's about opposites, like fire and water.
Rips are ripping, dogs are barking, guppies all move over there to sharking, blood in the water.
All right, Chris. So a lot of people out there wonder how they're gonna die. Bullet wounds, police gonna cap them, all sorts of shit. You know.
Right.
Maybe like that show, a toilet from outer space will fall on your head and kill you, and you become a Grim Reaper.
What show? Please.
I can't remember the name of it. That's why I said that show. But it's a real show. The blonde chick and everything. And she becomes a Grim Reaper. It'll pop into my head maybe hopefully after. Either way. So like you could all die. But no. Ice Cube's going to tell you about the good life and how he's going to go. And fuck does his good life sound better than a lot of other people's. Too much salt and too much sugar. They're opposites. But damn do I enjoy both of those things too much in my life. Too much smoke, too much liquor. Can't confess shit there. That good life, I'ma die of the good life. I'ma die of the good life. I'm like, damn, that's not the worst good life. First of all, his good life is attainable by anybody. Anybody can eat poorly and consume those kinds of narcotics on the cheap. Again, it's not the super chemicals, it's the chemicals in alcohol and the chemicals of THC in the fucking weed that you can consume. Safe drugs in Ice Cube's life. Although alcohol is fucking destructive, so I don't know about that because people who get kind of drunk look like people who do too many pills sometimes. Anyway, the good life, he's a die of the good life. Firewater, his spit's shit. It's lit, you know, Ice Cube. He's coming in. I'm okay with the chorus. It's fun. It's very repetitive, though. I'm going to give it to you. Like, when I listen to the chorus, it feels like that, like it's trying to be more of a bit of a banger than it is. That's my opinion. I could also see how there are a lot of people out there who are going to listen to this and just vibe to it. Or maybe if I was in the right circumstances, not quite my apartment, I might like it more. As far as the lyrics go, he's just hard and he's coming in. I enjoyed it. You know, I'm an animal. My split's flammable. This is humble. I'm accountable. It's understandable. You think I'm in a studio. When we leave the studio, use the hoe. See? He comes in hard. You may doubt him, but on the streets, he's going to rip it apart. I like how he shouts out Compton, South Central Compton next to Carson. Rips are ripping, dogs are barking. Guppies move all over, let the shark in. And you get the sense that he's like a big, powerful essence. He is the shit. His lyrics are the shit. Because it's Christmas time, with 3 hoes like Santa Claus. I enjoyed that. You know all the pimp codes and bylaws because he comes from that area. He knows what the fuck's up. And I wanted to just ask what y'all thought about this one. Walk around here with a slave IQ, better get smarter, it's deja vu. Is he not saying the same thing as Kanye is trying to say? Is that not what Kim Kardashian said Kanye said? I'm just putting it out there. But walk around here with a slave IQ, better get smart or it's deja vu.
But Ice Cube ain't walking around hollering nonsense.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's what Kanye said because I've seen the TMZ clip too. I'm saying it's what Kim Kardashian said Kanye was saying. I just wanted to throw it out there because I thought that was a fascinating parallel to hear. But yeah, because Kanye's point was that alleged point is that if we choose to not change the way we think, it's almost like choosing to repeat the cycle. And then here we are with Ice Cube directly saying that, but not in the same words, just about intelligence and IQ. And man, there's stupid people fucking everywhere. So it's a little bit more of, I guess that's the difference. This is about everyone who's acting kind of dumb or chopping themselves, and Kanye was very specific. So I get your point, but it's in the same ballpark. Second verse, same kind of shit, coming on through, gangsta shit. I wrote the Constitution, bitch ass. What's your contribution? Hating on shit ain't a revolution. Change this shit. Fuck the looting. Love it. He actively wrote albums and activism and shit in his life to make a difference. What is smashing windows and jacking shit actually gonna fucking do? And I respect that. I make podcasts, I make music. Part of this, in my sense, is to have conversations like the ones we're having today. That is me contributing in the way that I can today until I get bigger and I'm able to do more to contribute. So I get where he's coming from about the reels. Overall, it's a good song. Third verse is fine. I did like when he goes, fuck these thoughts and Goldilocks. Bitches want to go and drink all porridge. Don't ask me for a piece of pizza. Fold my arms and say bye, Felicia. I'm just like, man, that's funny. I run this shit. I am the mayor. You a crazy bitch like Princess Leia. I'm like, don't you know my truth?
She's pretty cool.
Don't you know my truth is a dare? Because truth and dare.
Yes.
I mean, do you see what I mean? Like, it kind of transitions from, like, super awesome and hard to, like, dad joke real quick when you start thinking about the lines. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's always been like that, or I don't know. I still like this song. I give it a 4.35. It's definitely better than the last one, but it's not as good as the ones that I was liking more. The
song's a banger. It's incredibly filled with high energy. I love the beat. I love the fire water contrast. I love the salt sugar contrast. I love how Ice Cube just kind of snaps throughout the whole beat. He doesn't really say, for me, he didn't really say anything so profound. He just kind of flexed on everybody and just kind of was like, I'm better than you and let me tell you why. But it was great. That is my assessment of that song.
What did you give it?
4.5 on 5.
Okay. Streets Shed Tears is the next track on this one.
No beef. See all that bitching? It tastes like chicken. And all these chicken.
I feel like this is Ice Cube just kind of reflecting that, like, when he's dead and gone, at least he knows that he's done his due diligence and the streets will forever love him. And kind of addressing the haters and shit at the same time that he doesn't have haters, which is part of that couplet idea because it falls into the next song. But also that he's legitimate. He's so authentic. He's so big that, like, his significance is going to surpass, like, everything and whatnot. And I really like I'm down with Daz because everything is corrupt. That was a really cool line in my opinion because it kind of, like, shows he's down with Daz because everything's corrupt, which is the other half of the Dog Pound Gang. But just the way he worded it allowed just to be like a good name, an ode to the, or shout out to the name of the album and everything. I also liked how he's like, they love me, dog, because I'm one of a kind. This is God's plan. God's plan. I feel bad sometimes I don't. Hey, this is God's plan, homie. It ain't mine. See, this ain't about dying. It's all about shining. It's all about climbing a hill full of diamonds. I know that you feel it. I know that you felt it because I'm going to live till I can't help it. And you get the sense that he's just going to beat his real type forever and ever. And then that beautiful little chorus that comes in that's sung out. I don't know who it is or what song it's from or whatever, but it's very pretty. And then, I don't know, Ice does it again with the second verse. I mean, all I got is my fly-ass suit and gators. Nobody serving Cube but maids and waiters. Nobody trying to take my life. All these bitches trying to do is replace my wife, but you hoes ain't cold enough to fuck with Ice. Like Kim, she'll run circles around you bitches twice. And I really like that because as much as people want to come in and, like, sleep with him and do all this, he's showing that loyalty to his woman. He wants to stay with her, that she's the best in his mind and none of these girls can compete. And that, you know, he's kind of a pure and decent fucking fellow. Third verse, he's a little bit harsher. He's a little bit coming in, but in the same kind of way. Like, I'm that bastard that spit the acid. Fuck a funeral, home and casket. Fuck a funeral, song and procession. Keep God in your dome and count your blessings. So it's like, as much as he's hard, he also doesn't really want to see people die. And I get the sense that it's also commenting on, like, we could maybe do different things with it than resulting death. Like, death is some serious permanence to it. Anyway, I really enjoyed the song, but at the same time, while I felt the depth and I felt like it was deep, I had a lot of trouble getting into it for the overall sound. Like, it's kind of calmer, slower, almost softer. While it is very heavy to me, I don't know. I feel like I'm not really doing this justice because I didn't care as much when I was listening to it. So I give it a 4 because it's a good song. But it's really not. It's my least favorite song on the album, I'll be honest.
I like the little softer tone to it. I like the more melodic type, mellow vibe that it had. I do see where I kind of see Ice Cube kind of validating who he is a little bit with the whole, like, when I die, the streets they're gonna cry for me and stuff. And I'm like, okay, you know, like, you're a legend. You've done stuff. You have like stood up and spoken for a community, for an area, for all this stuff. Like, I get it. But I feel like that's not what he's just trying to say. I think when I look past the validating me as a legendary rapper type mentality, I think he's trying to just really be like, I do this for my people. I do this for... It's not because I'm super rich and everyone loves me as Ice Cube that they're going to cry. It's because I've literally impacted their lives. Yeah. My words and my messages have touched them and have helped them go through certain scenarios and certain situations. And I think I like that humbleness a little bit. Like, I like that he's trying to be as just, guys, thank you for believing in me. I know it's going to suck when all this is done. Like, he's just appreciative of him in a sense.
Or like an understanding of who he is. I mean, there is humility in it, but I don't know if humility is what I would call it. Appreciation is more. I like that one.
Mm-hmm. Overall, I did give the song a 4 on 5. It's a good song. Just I guess it's just a different tone than what we've been getting so far.
Anyway, ain't got no haters.
You heard me, bitch. I said I'm turned up. Always on 10, always too loud.
This one features Too Short, which is the only guest on the album, we can say. And I feel like this song is following suit. In this case, it's like he doesn't have haters because he doesn't take it seriously and it's not real. Because even the people who hate him secretly love him. So even when he has haters, they're not actually haters because he's so significant, because he's so fucking everything. Now, I want to give some love to the Genius community. That's right, I use Genius, and those annotators are lovely people, and sometimes they're very helpful. So in the third verse, we get, all I know is L-O-V-E. They begged me to drink a 40 of O-E. And I know what that is. That's the old English fucking malt liquor shit he used to drink. Thank you, Genius. You guys taught me some shit, and I remembered.
I'm glad you found that out today.
I wasn't today. I found that out like back when we did an older Ice Cube. So when we came across this lyric, I just knew. So thank you, Genius, back in the day. Anyway, this is fine. I don't have anything really to comment that's super significant. It's basically the same kind of tone. Like, I'm super significant. I ain't got no haters. Everybody love black ass Darth Vader. You and your woman love to see me coming. Come through bumping. Little kids running. Everybody loves Ice Cube. He's just like, and it's true. I don't know anybody who doesn't like Ice Cube. Like, for real.
But like,
who doesn't like Ice Cube?
But I wanted to mention that earlier, and I think it's because of his business ethic, and by that I just mean he's everywhere.
He's also so fucking lovable.
Like, yes,
I mean, he's done so much. He's made great music. He's made great movies.
Posted and plastered in different scenarios that, like, granted, I don't think your everyday household would go and listen to rapper Ice Cube. But I think that they would go watch.
There is a rapper Ice Cube song for everybody of different eras.
I agree. I'm just like,
but it's
my
more
own
than
experience. It's like my mom ain't gonna go listen to Ice Cube the rapper, but she's gonna go watch Are We There Yet?
But I'm certain there is definitely a couple of songs from Ice Cube out there that your mom would like. I'm gonna throw it out there. But it's more that Ice Cube's always smiling. He's always doing good things. He's doing proper investment in the community.
Start a basketball thing as
That's what I mean. Like, he's always doing good things.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think
three.
It's not just about the media. It's about, A, that the media is always intelligent, well done. It's always that the message behind it drives life towards a more positive direction. So in his actions as he lived, he's just a fucking... It's hard to not like Ice Cube. He's just one of those few guys out there who does everything fucking right as far as power moves, intelligent things, building the community, doing it all proper. Too Short's also significant in life, and I liked his verse. I feel like he did everything nice, standing next to Ice Cube. There was nothing wrong with that for me. I liked when he's like, I'm chilling with some females. I don't shop for bargains. Fuck a pre-sale. Too much game trying to sell some. You know you can't hate on a real one. And I like that because it shows, again, like that lots of power type of thinking where you don't discount shit. You appreciate the value of something for what it is. You pay full price. You end up getting a stronger bond with things because when you discount life, you end up appreciating shit left. And I feel like there's a lot of appreciation from Ice Cube to his fans, but also kind of justifying to everyone why he feels this way in like a really cool way. I enjoyed this one more. I feel like these last two songs are trying to do basically the same thing, only Ain't Got No Haters did it significantly more enjoyably for me and my palette. I give it a 4.25.
I really enjoyed having Too Short on this song. It was really cool. It gave us a little bit of a break from all the Ice Cube that was on the album. And it was cool to see that they're kind of just being like, we don't have haters because we're just focused on money and having a good life. And it's like, in a way, I kind of took away this message of like, if you just focus on yourself and you don't really pay attention to the beef, you can have the life that we have. It's kind of like work hard, play hard, but in a sense, it's like work hard and ignore all the bullshit.
That's fair.
And that was really cool. Like, it's cool to start seeing different sides of problem solving instead of the usual like run up on him and all this stuff. It's kind of just like turn your cheek, take the other best route, and do the thing that'll get you to a better spot.
Do the thing that'll get you a check, not a bag.
Exactly. I give the song a 4 on 5. I mean, they both kind of say the same thing. They're both talking about their lives, how they're doing great.
Do not sound the same.
not that they sound the same, but the verses, I'm saying, like, they kind of just talk about how they have good lives, they're staying out of trouble, they're enjoying what they do. There's some women up in Too Short's life.
Well, I mean, but they've also built this up over decades of career. And speaking of decades of career, why don't we talk about Can You Dig It?
Where's my bread? Grab you by the throat. Calling all cars. One.
I mean, this song to me makes total sense. It starts off with a little snippet of air playing where it's almost like you have this person speaking the Jab language of back in the day, and this woman tries to like translate it to the stewardess who can't understand what the guy's saying. And I think what Ice Cube's trying to convey is that he has been relevant and in tune, able to quote unquote speak with said jive person in the language since like forever. He's been in touch for decades, and so he outlines in the first verse kind of how he's got the handle of straight from the 70s OG, right. And you know, the fashion and everything about it. For like, I'm Jim Brown, bitch, kung fu kick, platform shoes of the mother shit, talk shit, swallow spit, I'm a pimp, white walls and a black leather coat, you know. And he kind of like pitches it all. Militant, don't call me Cassius, Tashiki, I got to be the blackest, I'm Isaac Hayes with a switchblade. You know, it's very contextual to the time and everything. And then I'm coming straight from the 70s, super fly in the perm with my lever piece is like the chorus. And you just kind of like, you know, the premise of this is really though just to tell the youth to respect the culture and the history of how everything came to be where it's at. Following that, we got the second verse, which kind of locks into more of the 80s stuff. I'm Magic Johnson, you Larry Bird, the day they blew a rocket, I was looking at my beeper with a rock in my pocket, slanging double up. Michael Jackson versus Pritch, Atari 2600, I done did it. So again, it's like the references, the things that were significant, you know, like Jerry Curls and my Mercedes in the 80s, you know, like it's a different vibe, but he was still there. He was still part of it. Then in the third verse, we're moving straight up into like more of Ice Cube's coming into prominence and where he falls into it. Like, you know, basically he came out during Y2K, had a bootleg DVD watching Friday, you know, like he's sitting up there bumping that Biggie Smalls and Tupac, French Bread and the Weed Heads. It's like everything kind of flows into that. And meanwhile, the chorus is now, I'm coming straight from the 90s. I keep it gangster, gutter and grimy, and kind of what it is there. And then it just kind of ends with a little outro where it's like a little person talking about ex-gangbanger from Los Angeles. I've been to jail, fighting, partying, low riding, but you learn as you get older, you must become a man one day and put away childish things. Can you dig it? And then it's from like the Warriors there, that movie, which just kind of like ends it like that. And I feel like this track, it's almost like a history lesson for the youth of his significance and his relevance throughout decades of being involved in shit, but also saying this is where all of today comes from and you have to like respect and admire it. But he does it in a super enjoyable way. So I give it a 4.5.
Nice. It was pretty straightforward to me. I like how he pays homage to old school. I like how he name drops Biggie and Tupac. I like how he's trying to just kind of educate the younger generation on like you should go back and do your history and more. I like it. I mean, granted, I think that you should always pay respect to the people above you who have paved the way for you to do what you're doing now in any career or lane that you're taking. Always pay respect to the people in front of you. But like at the same time, I think that there's also like it kind of goes into another conversation now of like the generation gap and just the difference in mentality and stuff like that. So I understand where Ice Cube.
This isn't about the generation gap. It's saying that the young people who have no respect for the old people, it's a problem because they don't understand how things came in. And from like a perspective of what you were just saying, it's important to pay respect to where you got to where you are. That's not a generation gap. That is literally what happens every generation. And this is just Ice Cube being at the right age to say pay respect to your elders now that he's an elder. However, he's the type that did pay respect once upon a time and all that. I'm not trying to say get out of that, but it's more that people like it doesn't matter what your sound is. It's about how you live and the culture you're spitting and the kind of stuff people are saying in interviews and shit. Like having Lil Xan and some of the stuff he said over the last couple of years, or just the way people put themselves out there on social media with a lack of respect for how things got to be. Well, if they had looked into the history, maybe they'd feel a different way. You know, they wouldn't be so disrespectful to the people who paved the way for them.
Absolutely. So in essence, I mean, the song itself is kind of just saying like, you know, go do your research and learn where like the culture you want to be part of came from. Go pay respect to who started it first, and maybe you'll have like a different, you know, perspective on what it is you're trying to be a part of. Overall, I did give this song a 4 on 5.
All right, well, let's move on to something a little more lighthearted with the new Funkadelic.
How many of y'all freaks on the low? What's up for the evening? I ain't in.
This is very funky, like super funky. Like it's so sweet, like booty meat.
It caught me off guard. Like I mean, I kind of
did ask for George Clinton earlier on the album. He did ask to like throw some George Clinton on earlier on the album. It took a few songs and we got that funk here.
Nice. But I like this song. I like the energy and the difference in it. I don't even like. I'm still questioning why this is on the album. Like what is the actual relevancy of this fun funkadelic, except for like Ice Cube proving that he is like diverse in his style and that he can do almost anything. And
well, I think it's a little bit again. You just did a song showing respect to your elders, and because again everything's
so you're coupling it, so it's like a couplet
so it's
again.
Almost like and here just to show you, I'm so in touch with the classic shit that led me to where I am. Here's that funk that inspired me so much, and it's a lot of repetition, a lot of fun, a little bit dancey, and then he goes, "I heard weed was legal. Grow that shit. Feed your people." And I'm like, "Oh, weed got legal in Quebec." So check this out, folks. Weed got legal in Canada, but the new Quebec government came in, and if you look at our voting map, basically everything that's not Montreal went one way. It's bad news for the people of Montreal. Either way, they're going to raise the legal age of weed from 18 to 21, so all those kids who could legally smoke weed today will soon be banned, and they're going to ban it everywhere outside in public, and then you can't really smoke it anywhere that's renting unless you got lucky and your landlord didn't make you sign a lease. So essentially in Quebec, weed's illegal again, folks, unless you own a house. Just wanted to throw that out there. So, and you can't grow it.
Wait. So right now today in Montreal, it's legal.
But in a very short, because they have a majority government, so if they want to do it, they can just do it. And very soon it will be like illegal to smoke in public. And then if your landlord made you sign a paper, which they had a 3-month window to make you do, you can now not smoke inside. You can not smoke outside.
And when did that start, that 3-month window?
October 15th.
Okay, I'm fine.
For now. You have until January 15th. Still,
great. Watch my landlord.
It's just it's a really funny thing. Anyway, either way, you can't grow in Quebec. So in Quebec, if you try to grow that shit to feed your people, you're probably going to jail because you're selling against the government, and they don't like that. Anyway, then he says shit like, the funk will linger. All these motherfuckers want to smell my finger. All these motherfuckers want to fuck my singers. I don't give a damn. Jerry Springer. I'm done with the lyrics of this song. I like the feel.
The lyrics aren't so profound.
I like the feel of it. I feel like it's enjoyable, and it's a great party jam, and it's fun. But it's dad jokey fun. I gave it a 4.25.
I give it a 4.3. I really like the kind of break from all of like the rough raw energy. I like the just kind of spontaneous going. This is like the radio vibe. Like I feel like this is Ice Cube being like, this can be played in a club. This can be played on the radio Saturday night, 2 a.m. in the morning.
Like
bump this right now.
A different club and a different station than the other shit. Because some of these other ones are also radio bangers depending on your station. They're also club bangers depending on the club. It's just a different radio and a different club.
Yes.
Anyway.
That is all.
Why don't we move on to one for the money?
You know the fashion never change. Even though you look so strange, I'ma keep it 100. You can.
I got 3 letters to describe this song to y'all. M-O-B. In other words.
Mob?
Money
over bitches.
Yep, that is what this song really is. I really enjoyed it. It's got this heavy, harsh beat, like you're like almost like ready for like a fucking fight or something, and then you start listening to this shit, and you realize right away, Ice Cube, he is not giving you any of this money. He loves money. That's why he started rapping. It's because. No, sorry. They asked me why I'm still in the game. Is it for the love, for the money? And if everybody getting paid in love, I'm in it for the love. But if everybody getting paid in money, I think he's trying to put it there. He loves the love and all, but really, it's the money that is a motivation for him. So 1 for the money, 2 for the money, 3 for the money. What the fuck is so funny? Just 'cause you got the honey, can't get nothing from me. What I look like? The fucking Easter bunny? I just laughed. Basically, just 'cause you can fuck him doesn't mean you get shit from him. What the fuck you think he is? The Easter bunny?
Well,
I mean, it's just, it was silly, but really effective. And then, release the Kraken. Yep, I get it, Kraken. Motherfuckers better run when I enter the dragon, which is a great fucking movie. The Bruce Lee story. Anyway, when I'm stocking at y'all fucking tails be wagging, still khakis and chucks, bitch. You know the fashion. Never change, even though you look so strange. I'm going to keep it 100. You can keep the change. Whatever. He's just straight up what he's doing. If I'm not mistaken, my favorite part of this is like when he's like, I get drunk, y'all kind of look the same. Everyone, even Superman looking for a bitch tonight, understand that pussy like kryptonite. And so if you do fall for these women in traps, they're basically going to hurt you. And he's had that message from like his fucking first album. Don't give women money. Don't give women money, but don't let women play you for your money. Is his point here, and I think he does it really fun. He does it really effective on this song. It's a little corny, but ultimately, I enjoy listening to it a lot. I give it a 4.5. It's got that hard hitting. It just sounds gangsta in the way he delivers it, and he raps really well. What else could I fucking want?
Again, I think that the idea of Ice Cube kind of embodying the mentality of money rules everything is really cool in this song.
Money over bitches.
Well, it's money over bitches in this song in terms of like he's not gonna pick women over money.
That is literally what that sentence means.
I'm saying like I like the essence of like, because in verse 3, right, he goes baby something about like baby I know what you're all about, trying to get me to pull them dollars out, fake hair, fake eyes, shit, I say no more, fake titties, fake ass, what am I paying for? And for me, it's like, okay, you're at a strip club. This is what it is, such and such and such. But I feel like there's like this sense of he's missing something where it's like, I don't feel like it has to do with the money. I think it has to do with the authenticity.
I think it has to do with the fact that women are putting themselves in a certain way to get money out of him. So he knows that by giving you the money, what's he paying for? For you to go get more money? For you to fake it? For you to be fake to get my money? To present me this? Mm-hmm. It's really about not wanting people, like you have to offer more than just look good,
right?
To get
you have to bring
something
to the table, and that was something that was really cool. Overall, I did give the song a a 4.
All right, the next one is Still in the Kitchen.
Nigga, don't violate. Don't you get shot, your fucking blood clot. No, you're not.
It's almost like he just makes a lot of food bars to describe how good his music is and how he's in the kitchen cooking up hard bars the way the food bars are coming in. It's fucking good, man. Raise the man, bake a cake, roll that dough, smoking on a swisher, bloody as a butcher. Like, do you see what I mean? Like, if it can be related to food or related to his skill and be put together, that's how this song seemed to have come together.
Again, it sounds like he's kind of just more like flossing and kind of just giving us more music to listen to, which is fantastic.
But this is fucking hype, man. Like the big piece of chicken, that's all that's left. Cake boss, get you full of his Rick Ross. All the sugar, don't forget to floss. Get lost if you already ate. Up out the kitchen, don't violate. It's just like, it's fun. It's hard hitting, but it's almost like so silly in a sense that it's just such a different take on it. Plus, I don't mind listening to him. Like, have you ever went over to a friend's house to eat and his woman can't cook? I shook. Just my luck. Fuck a potluck. But bitch better know how to fuck a duck up. He's not even kidding. Mm-hmm. He literally means she better know how to cook duck proper. And I'm like, in the middle of this album, this is a very fun break, in my opinion, from like serious themes. And it's just so enjoyable. Baby, wake up and hook my steak up. I don't give a fuck about your makeup. That's true. He doesn't care. You don't have to go look pretty. You look fine. We woke up. You look great. But a steak, that is a way better use of time. That's all I'm trying to say. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was fun. Like, my gumbo is straight up like Columbo. You know, the shit they grow it in Humble. You know, they want to call me the Colonel. And it's just like, man, that's hilarious. But enjoyable. I gave this a 4.5. I feel like it's got a great beat, and it's got a great intensity, and Ice Cube's having a fucking blast on it, and it's just, it makes me hungry.
I gave it a 4. I like the creativity behind it. I did enjoy that he made every food bar, rap bar possible. It's like
He did not. You remember?
Not fully.
MF Doom made a whole album.
Yes, I did, and MF Doom that was a good album too. But I don't have much to say about this song. It was cool. It was fun.
All right, Chris is clearly one of the non-believers.
I'll brainwash your damn son. Yep, he'll lead a house with a handgun.
At this point, it's the same kind of thing. Super hard-hitting, West Coast pounding beat. Your car's bouncing as you're listening to it. Ice Cube's the shit. And the way he comes at it, if you don't believe it in him already, he will make you a believer. To quote the great Eminem, "Do you still believe in me?" That's what Ice Cube's doing here, but Ice Cube's showing you how to do it. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong.
Do you still believe?
But that's kind of what happened there.
In me.
But I really, really like a few lines on this. Like, yep, the guys call me Samson, like the dude in the Bible that's super strong with the hair. I'm dangerous with a Samsung. I'm like, that's hilarious. I'm pretty dangerous with a Samsung too. Cause you get it? Yeah, I don't actually know, but I have a Samsung. Call my at random, and they quick to make ugly out of handsome. Oh, I can't do that with my Samsung, but I get why he's dangerous. That boss man that he is. I was making a joke, Chris. New rappers meet Charlie Manson. I brainwash your dance him. Yep, he'll leave the house with a handgun, but if you ran into Zimmerman, pull it out, homie. You ain't got to run. And I was like, ooh, that is an interesting point. He's like, yeah, I might get your kid to want to leave his house strapped, willing to protect himself, but at the same time, he's not going to get shot by a guy who thinks he's doing some cool shit who's going to then sell his gun on the internet to make a fuck ton of money. Anyway, somebody once fucking said I looked like him to try and insult me on a fucking internet forum. Like, come on,
confused.
Dude.
I need
George Zimmerman shot down Trayvon Martin, I believe it was Trayvon Martin, one of them, and he was like, just shot him because he looked suspicious. And so
because I know Zimmerman there's another Jay-Z verse.
Yeah, because this was a big story, and like
I know, and I'm just trying to remember. That's it.
And either way, so he shot him, and I guess the point is, well, the kid's listening to me walking out with the gun can shoot back. Is more the point I believe he's trying to make, which is a fucking interesting idea. But it's a cold, cold world for these non-believers and underachievers, these fake-ass bitches and divas. Where the fuck will they go when they leave us? And I also like the fact that, like, for fake people, it's a very challenging situation. And if you look at the trends of where the world's going, North American laws are not going to stop the technological forces that are coming. So, I don't know. It's an interesting idea, I guess. Overall, I like this song. It kind of throws through. He's pretty gangstery. He rolls on like you kind of expect from Ice Cube at this point. I gave it another 4.5. It's pretty fucking solid.
I like when verse 3, a line where he goes, "Think of your wife before you think of your life."
Because if you fuck with him, you're gonna die.
Right. Think about your wife before you play with your life. And I feel like that's something that really kind of stood out because the rest of the verses, they just like. We've had.
Is it not Chris Rock on the sample that gets used in the chorus? Like I'm gonna make him a believer thing. Is that Chris Rock? I couldn't find it. I looked into it a little bit.
I can't tell you, but I do like that line because it kind of just stood out and made me think like Ice Cube's also trying to tell people that like you ain't alone in this, and not in like, oh my God, like what you're going through is super hard. You're not alone. I'm here to support you. It's like the decisions you make affect other people whether you like it or not. The decisions, the things that you do will have impacts on the people that surround you whether you like it or not. And that was something that kind of stuck with me a little bit, just kind of made me reflect on certain things, and I think that that's very powerful. I know he directly says the wife, but it's still just that level of stature. Like your wife is somebody important in your life. She has the same value as like your mother, your father, or whatever. So how do you feel thinking of that? And that was just something that was really cool. I left the song with a 4 as well.
All right. It's time for the title track, 15 tracks into this album. Everythang's Corrupt.
Pennies, no doubt. I squeezed Lincoln so hard, a fucking booger came out.
This one's pretty straight up. It's an attack on the political system and more the system and how every system's kind of corrupt. And he like starts off pretty fucking strong, right? So Forget the chorus, that's fine. Everything's corrupt, everything's fucked up, everything's but a buck, we shit out of luck, which is kind of how he starts the album on that intro. But then the verse is, go to school, the teacher want to fuck the students. Both genders, apparently. Go to church, my preacher turned into prostitution. A lot of corruption in church. The prosecution never reads my files. The evil ass judge fell asleep at my trial. The shit is wild. Chickens get as sick as the cows. Birds falling out of the sky. Fish dying in piles. System's correct. Even the fucking environmental systems are corrupted at this point, you know? Talking that shit, really cramping my styles. I got many. Now I'm pinching pennies, no doubt. I squeezed Lincoln so hard a fucking booger came out. It's a shame. I used to be on top of my game. They took the shirt off my back and replaced it with chains. So I guess at one point he was fucking having an easier time than he is now. But, you know, shit has complicated stuff. And I mean, Lincoln at the same time is supposed to have freed the slaves, etc. But I don't know. I don't want to comment too much on that because I'm not that well versed in the subject yet, but I feel like just lines like, I met Lee Harvey from the Tea Party. He used to hate Obama till he felt Hurricane Charlie. Looking for his FEMA check, it's gone to the wind. With him dicks, you know, the fix is in. I'm just commenting on how currently the EPA doesn't have the budget or whatever, has stripped the budget of environmental relief and shit like that. But all of a sudden the world's getting fucked up and whatnot. Everything's a scam. Beat the next man. That's capitalism and just build a new prison. That's not capitalism. That's American-style capitalism in the modern era. Stop fucking associating blind labels like that. Capitalism is simply an economic system. There are ways it can be implemented properly. People just need to stop misbranding it. Anyway, it just kind of flows on there. And he comments on a lot of real shit. The 99% is man trying to vent. Police grabbed my fucking arm. They got bent. Now it's in a splint. I can't pay my rent. I know a girl that happened to in my real life that I used to fuck back in the day in Montreal. That shit actually happens. I'm not saying you don't believe it happens. It's just, it's
like
fucking.
They broke her arm?
Yeah. It was a whole like thing at an MGK show. Interest on my credit card, and I ain't made a dent. The U.S. Mint I heard about the print. It's funny, man. Credit cards, if you stock up enough debt, it's basically like paying a loan shark. Like literally like paying a loan shark. Anyway, but it's legal because the government said it's cool. I love this song. I think it's one of the more standout ones on the album. It's kind of what you're hoping for, the super politically charged, the super talking about society. I mean, for a while we got sidetracked with how fly Ice Cube is and a couple other tangential points, but now we're getting back to the crux of what's fucking important. And we started out with this type of themes. We're ending on this type of themes, and then we're stuff in the middle. But still, I love it. It's a 4.75. I highly recommend this if you're into politically charged hip-hop.
I enjoy the song. I think that there is a high level of awareness that Ice Cube is showing in terms of what he sees in society. And I think it's a really good analysis of what has been going on in 2018 moving into 2019. And part of me is kind of just sitting here like, what the fuck have we become? Like, really just listening to what he's saying on this song is just making me kind of like, what happened? When did we all just become so broken, in my opinion, at least? So that was cool for me. I like how he put it at the 15th track, though, because it's kind of like he gave us all these other experiences first in like different individual scenarios, I feel, at least doing his best he can. I mean, like, let's say, for example, the bad dope, that's one scenario, but then the pills is, like, directly about chemicals, so, like, that type of mentality I'm trying to get at, that concept. So that I found pretty cool, how he kind of wraps it all up with Everythang's Corrupt. As well, I also found out on this song, the judge fell asleep during Ice Cube's trial. He says it on this track.
I think it's a satirical comment on how little judges give a shit about the cases they're actually investigating on.
Could be, but then there's another mention on it on the next song about how, like...
Again, it's the system. I mean, did Ice Cube go to jail? I don't remember Ice Cube being on trial that I can ever even think of. I think it's directly commenting on how little the judges care. They're so bored that he fucking fell asleep. He wasn't even listening to these cases when black men are just kind of pushed into the industrial prison complex to fucking... Because, the private prison complex is fucking legal slavery. And so judges don't even listen. They don't even care. Oh, you're black? Go to fucking jail. And that's kind of what he's commenting on, I believe.
Rough. I left this song with a 4.2. I think that it has crazy amount of wisdom and energy in it. That's pretty much it.
All right, so the last one is a song that actually came out a bit ago, but still is a great addition to this project. It's that one everyone was like, whoa, Ice Cube's back on with Good Cop, Bad Cop.
Cop asking you to distort. Bad cop asking you to lie in court.
This song's like well over a year old at this point, but that doesn't mean we can't talk about it. We didn't talk about it then because it came out on the re-release of Death Certificate, I believe, and was one of the new songs added there. I didn't even check. Are any of these other ones added from that album? Anyway, that's fine. I really like it. It's kind of like talking to the good cops who fucking roll with bad cops and are kind of commenting like, how can you just be so complicit in it? How can you just be so okay with it? Like, good cop, rolling with the bad cop. What you doing, boy? Turn in that blood clot. Buckshots, they fly through the drug spots. Robots can give a damn who the fuck shot. You know, like, there are consequences to the actions. If you see bad things happening, fucking deal with the situation. Good cop, filling out your report. Bad cop asking you to distort. Bad cop asking you to lie in court. Send another young brother up north. Send another young sister off course with these motherfuckers chill on the golf course. So you have the situation where corrupt cops are basically locking up kids who don't deserve to be locked up and ruining people's lives and building into the system. I know there are places in the States where there are like quotas for how many people get locked up and shit, you know? And then it kind of flips in from like good cops to like lazy cop fucking with that crazy cop. Always bragging about the new case he got. Do or die cop with that suicide cop. Tell the truth cop with that you a lie cop. Are you fucking high cop? You know, and it's just like kind of flowing through. Like there are all these different kinds of cops. So yes, not all cops are good, but considering how many bad cops there are and how many good cops don't say shit, there's a motherfucking problem. Like good cop, where is your dignity? Where is your empathy? Where is your sympathy? Bad cop, where is your humanity? Good cop, is that just a fantasy?
Like
Hell on that. Snitch on that bitch. Truth be told, motherfuck the blue code. And I hear it's interesting, but like at the end of the day, there is this blue code of sorts so you don't snitch, which is fine, but like when you are being complicit to a system of allowing people to behave in a certain way, then it's not good. I mean, I don't want to pretend like I understand the nuances of every police department, but there are enough documented evidences of police departments full of corruption where there are bad cops who do awful things, and then there are good cops who just turn the other cheek and lie on their reports and pretend like they're good people. But based on their actions, it's like, where is that? You know, don't be such a hypocrite. And I think it's very strong in the message. I think it's like, it's just really straight up. It's straightforward. There's no miscommunicating what the song is, but I think it's so relevant, and we need to see more people, I believe, writing shit like this. I think it's equally as good as the title track. I give it a 4.75.
Nice. I like the different parallels that he kind of makes in the song, like between the good cop and the bad cop, and how like there's like different actions and movements that are happening. The good cop does one thing, the bad cop's trying to pressure him into something else, and I like how he's kind of questioning it, because at a certain point you gotta really think, like, when did you get, like, how did you, a bad cop, get the ability to have this much power? And like that's kind of what I took from this song, is like there are bad things that happen. There are certain cases that cops just do what they want. And then I just always kind of am just left thinking after whatever news report or whatever I'm watching is like, how did you get this? Like, how are you this much of a shitty person and be able to be a cop or be able to be in a position where you're supposed to protect society or whatnot? That's just my own opinion.
I mean, I don't really understand what your opinion is. Your opinion is that you're confused that cops can get power and use it negatively?
I guess that's exactly what I'm saying.
I mean, because there's a system of empowerment, of discrimination,
I know the little bit about what it is. I'm just saying, it's just the thought of you're supposed to be here to protect us.
To answer the question, this song goes, good cops who are complicit to their behavior and lie to protect them. Ice Cube answers your question with this song, in my opinion, by saying these good cops allow it to happen, and that's how these bad cops get that power.
And I don't think that's fair, and it sucks.
Yes, it's very yes, it does suck, Chris. I agree with you that police brutality and corruption is very bad.
Pretty much that. Overall, the song is cool. I left it with a 4, though. It wasn't really the greatest thing when I first heard it as well, but it's not bad.
It's fucking fantastic. Anyway, that's fine, Chris. For this project as a whole, I give it a 4.43 on 5. I really like it. I think there's a couple of cornier songs where maybe he kind of flows into flossiness or girl songs or, just different directions where maybe I didn't like it as much. Like I didn't like his attack on chemical drugs. But end of the day, it feels right. Like, it feels like what you want out of an Ice Cube album. Hard-hitting, West Coast gangsta car-bouncing beats. You got powerful one-liner messages. You got old man Ice Cube smiling dad jokes. You got, like, a variety of different sounds, themes, intelligence, politically charged messaging. And most importantly, in 2018... a year where lots of old heads bitch about how nobody makes good music. You got good music from an old head. And yet, I don't see the shit being shared around by all those same old heads bitching about how nobody makes music no more.
It just released.
No, but my point is, if you're going to be making the claim that you want to see this kind of music coming back and it drops, if you want to see that charting and knocking out the guys you can't believe are charting, go out there and share the new Ice Cube album. Like, of all the people out there, this is Cube. Like, how much more 90s golden era can you fucking get of people being able to make an album that sounds...
Facts.
And you're not sharing that. You're not putting it out to number one. We made a whole video where I complained that it's people like you who complain and don't share this shit that are the problem. And I believe that because here we are. We talking about Ice Cube. We doing our thing. We trying to put love out there. I hope you guys go out there and put that love out for Ice Cube's project. If you really want to see the end of the mumble raps and all the other words you use to simplify pop music because you don't understand how pop music becomes pop music. Rant done. Push the album if you actually want to see things change.
I gave the album a 401. I enjoyed it. I think that it shows a different side of Cube that I know. It shows a little bit more maturity in terms of coming at this as a different perspective. From what
I mean, I don't think you know Cube.
I don't.
So I'm just gonna put that's not.
I'm completely saying
maturity?
I don't. Well, I'm saying like, because when I listen to like NWA, when I listen to America's
those are like
album,
27 years ago and shit, dude.
Right. So from my experience, from what I heard, and then what I'm hearing now. And the time difference,
yes,
there is a difference.
I will give it to you. Between 1991 and
I'm not
2018,
I'm not even trying
Ice
to
Cube got a little bit more mature because I would say the relative maturity of this project and those projects are actually pretty much on point. I don't see where Ice Cube was ever. I'm sorry, you can do it, put your back into it. I can do it, put your ass into it. Maybe that one was a little bit pushing it, but maturity is not. I think that was a weird sentence.
I'm just trying to say like it's different from what I've heard.
Yes,
I don't know what else to say it. Like it's just not that. Like it's not the last albums I heard.
You're absolutely right.
So that's it.
It's
like
not
that's
like,
my thing.
It's not 11 albums ago.
Like,
Ice Cube. I mean,
I don't know how to explain it. It sounds cool. To be like, oh, this is what you're rapping now.
For me, it's weird because like, why that's a weird sentence is because he's been doing this for 20 years.
Right.
I mean,
I don't. My ignorance.
Then don't put it like, well, he sounds mature now. That's not a good way to put it.
I apologize for saying that. Like, I apologize for saying that.
That's what the guy put in the comments. You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm just saying. That was me. Living out a comment for somebody, okay?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, I've been listening to like Why We Ride and all sorts of other shit. It's like to me, this is kind of what I expected from Cube because he's always been like this, as far as I know, Cube. Mm-hmm. It's just this kind of level of wisdom and maturity. Those are words I would always put on Cube, and that's why he's that super OG. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I get it. Compared to 1991, he sounds more mature. To Chris. All right. Thank y'all for watching this. Totally appreciate it. Let us know in the comments what you think about anything. Special thanks to the patrons. This is Milky Dempsey, Chris Brow, Super Old School 1994, and Lindell Williams. They support us. They want to see us grow, get better gear, higher production output, all the good stuff. If you want to join us there, you can join the request pool where once a month we do an album review that's chosen by one of the patrons. And when you sign up the following month, on addition, we'll do whatever album you want as soon as we can. get access to content early, and we'll have a Discord soon and all sorts of fun shit to make Patreon more fun. And if you're not down for that, you can hit the subscribe, hit that like, hit that comment, hit that dislike. Don't turn on the bell because it might get annoying. I mean, seriously, when I get notifications to my phone that people put out videos, but only like 1 or 2 a week that they put out for set, it's just annoying. So don't do that to yourself. Just show love in any way you want. Anyway, thank y'all for real. It really means a lot. I dropped a new project recently on Spotify and all that good shit. You can see it linked below in the description. And yo, take care, everybody.